Aliens invade Earth and destroys 80% of humans. They are attracted to any little sound, and so the humans have to keep quiet and not talk so as not to get killed. Any human that makes any noise is killed instantly. Welcome to Movie Mix Recap. Please subscribe to enjoy more movie recaps. The story begins at a quiet hospice just outside New York City, where Sam, a terminally ill cancer patient, resides with her loyal companion, a cat named Frodo. The hospice is serene but somber, a reflection of the inevitability that lingers in the air. Sam is deeply pessimistic. She spends most of her time alone, reading or writing poetry, but the vibrancy she once had is long gone. Frodo, however, remains a source of comfort in her otherwise bleak days. Her nurse, Reuben, tries to brighten her spirits, offering moments of light-hearted conversation and kindness. One day, he convinces Sam to join a group outing to Manhattan to watch a marionette show. Though reluctant, Sam agrees, if only to escape the monotony of the hospice. She quietly boards the bus with other residents, her demeanor distant as she clutches Frodo's carrier. The city's energy greets them upon arrival, people bustling through the streets, the sounds of traffic and chatter filling the air. Sam observes it all with detached indifference. The group enters the theater, where the dim lights and ornate decor create an intimate atmosphere. As the marionette show begins, Sam remains distracted, her thoughts wandering. Suddenly, the peaceful evening is shattered when strange meteor-like objects streak across the sky. The audience murmurs, confused by the sight. Outside, chaos ensues as the meteors crash into the city, unleashing alien creatures that immediately begin attacking. The creatures are very fast and wild, their movements swift and predatory. Screams echo through the streets as the invaders hunt down anyone who makes noise. The theater audience freezes in terror, unsure of what to do. Amid the chaos, an ambulance's siren blares loudly, drawing the attention of one of the creatures. It lunges at the vehicle, causing a massive explosion that sends debris flying. Sam is caught in the blast and loses consciousness as the world around her descends into panic. When she wakes, Sam finds herself inside the now abandoned puppet theater, alongside Frodo and a small group of survivors. Among them is Henry, a calm and resourceful man who quickly signals her to remain silent. Outside, military helicopters circle the city, broadcasting warnings to stay quiet and hidden until rescue operations can commence. The survivors listen in grim silence as fighter jets bomb the city's bridges, isolating Manhattan to prevent the creatures from spreading. The sight of the explosions on the horizon fills Sam with a deep sense of despair. The group struggles to maintain silence as fear and tension grow. They step outside at night and watch as the entire city is destroyed and burning. Suddenly, one man begins to panic, his breathing becoming loud and erratic. Henri attempts to calm him, but the man's thrashing only makes things worse. In the struggle to keep him quiet, Henri accidentally kills him. The group is horrified, but Henri's actions, though tragic, are a grim reminder of the stakes they face. As night falls, the city plunges into darkness when the power grid fails. Sam and Reuben sit and signal to each other in communication when, suddenly, the theater's emergency generator activates with a loud hum, a beacon for the creatures. Reuben rushes to turn it off, but the noise attracts one of the aliens. In his haste to silence the generator, his shirt rips loudly, drawing the creature's attention. Before he can react, it kills him, leaving Sam devastated. She knows she cannot stay. With Frodo in tow, she quietly slips out of the building and begins her journey toward Harlem, hoping to find safety. The next day, a broadcast announces that the military is evacuating civilians by boat from the South Street seaport. The creatures are unable to swim, providing a rare opportunity for escape. Sam begins moving through the city, joined by other survivors heading toward the evacuation point. However, the growing crowd creates noise, which inevitably draws the creatures. A vicious attack ensues, turning the evacuation into chaos. People scream and trample each other in their desperation. Sam flees in the opposite direction, losing sight of Frodo in the mayhem. Alone and frightened, she wanders the eerily quiet streets, her resolve wavering. Meanwhile, Eric, a young law student, escapes from a flooded subway station. He discovers Frodo wandering through the rubble and decides to follow the cat, leading him to Sam. Initially wary of Eric, Sam reluctantly allows him to join her. Together, they navigate the dangerous streets, sharing little conversation but finding solace in each other's presence. At Sam's apartment, Eric notices her poetry and glimpses her once creative spirit, hidden beneath layers of grief and exhaustion. The following morning, Sam insists on continuing alone, but Eric refuses to let her go without him. Their journey takes them through a flooded subway tunnel, where they wade through waist-deep water in near silence. Unbeknownst to them, a dormant creature lurks beneath the surface. As they move, it awakens, pursuing them with terrifying speed. The water muffles its movements, adding to the tension. Just when it seems they are cornered, the creature drowns, allowing them to escape. Exhausted, the pair takes refuge in a ruined church. While Sam rests, Eric ventures out to find pain medication for her, encountering Frodo again in the process. During his search, he stumbles upon a construction site where a group of creatures is feeding on the remains of a strange, organic, egg-like pod. Among them is a larger, more menacing creature that seems to be their leader. Eric quietly retreats, his fear mounting. Back at the church, Sam shares memories of her childhood, particularly her late father, a jazz musician. She recalls watching him perform in Harlem and their post-show ritual of getting pizza at Patsy's. It was a cherished tradition, one she longs to experience one last time. Moved by her story, Eric takes her to the abandoned jazz club, recreating the memory by gathering pizza from another store. He even performs a magic trick, briefly lifting her spirits. As they leave, they spot a boat in the river filled with survivors. Sam urges Eric to board it with Frodo, but as creatures begin gathering along the shore, she knows a distraction is needed. Smashing car windows, she activates multiple alarms, drawing the creatures away. Eric hesitates but follows her wishes. He gets up with her cat and begins to run towards the shore, but he makes a noise that attracts the aliens to him, and they begin racing towards him. He then narrowly escapes by jumping into the water and boarding the boat. Once safe, he finds a note in Sam's jacket, thanking him for reminding her how to live and asking him to care for Frodo. Sam, now alone, walks through the deserted streets of Manhattan. She discovers an old iPod and docks it into a speaker, playing Nina Simone's Feeling Good. The music fills the air, defiant and beautiful. Accepting her fate, Sam smiles as she removes the headphones, letting the sound echo. A creature appears behind her, its shadow looming as the screen cuts to black, leaving her fate ambiguous.
If you enjoyed this video, please do well to like, subscribe, and comment on what movies you want us to review for you. Also, turn on the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks, and see you in the next video.